I'm Dr. George Flynn, and you're watching In-Depth TV. Today, we've got a little discussion to have between the two of us, just you and me. We're going to talk about the hardest part or the most challenging part of all of these things we've talked about. Now, if you've watched the show several times, you know we talk about you. We talk about your lifestyle. We talk about your status in the community, your security, talk about your health, talk about your family, and we also talk about your money. That's right. So we're talking about these things, and we've talked about how to improve in all of these areas. So what's hard about this? Well, have you ever made a New Year's Eve resolution or a New Year's resolution? You say, I'm going to get on that diet. I'm going to go to bed early and wake up early, and I'm going to get out there and exercise, and I'm going to work harder, put in another 20 minutes at work, and I'm going to study more. If I'm in school, I'm going to study a few extra hours, and I'm going to study on the weekend, and I'm going to go out there and do the right things, spend more time with my family. And then, after about 2 weeks, now for some of us, yes, after about 3 or 4 weeks, we find that those ideas begin to get a little tarnished. And we don't have the enthusiasm that we previously had with the ideas that we absolutely committed to. And you know it happens, and so do I. So I'm not saying something's happening to you that hasn't happened to me. And I'll give you a secret. This is the big, big secret. It happens to everybody. Yes, that champion. Yes, that Olympian. Yes, everyone. Yes, that millionaire, billionaire. Everybody. This is a universal, absolute human condition. And don't let anybody tell you any different. It is true. You get this idea, and man, I call it the bright, shiny object syndrome. Bright, shiny object. New car. Gotta have that new car. Can't wait till I get that new car. And when I do, I'm going to shine it every day. I'm going to make sure it's parked, 300 feet away at the end of the parking lot where nobody will open their door on it, ding it, and then I get a scrape on it somewhere. Or I get it dirty and I don't wash it for a week or two. All of a sudden, that bright, shiny object is not the focus of my attention. I've moved on to something else. I got to have a new, faucet in the kitchen. It's a bright, shiny object. I've got to have a new this, something new. Even though it's an antique, it may be new to me. But we go on this treadmill almost of got to have the newest, the latest, the greatest, keep on getting the newest thing. And when we come up with the newest fad diet, it used to be the Atkins diet, and now it's been renamed the keto diet, and now it's the South Beach diet and Nutrisystems and Jenny Craig, and they'll all work. Every one of them will work. All you've got to do is work it. Plan your work, and then work your plan. Now, where we always get caught up is in working the plan. Because after you do this so many times, it gets to be a little bit monotonous. It gets to be a little bit of a task. It's not so fun to do it keep on doing it. It's nothing new. We like new things. Now, yes, we all like habits. We all like to get in a habit of doing something. And we all get in our comfort zone. But there's something about us that wants a little something new. It's like that, movie Groundhog Day. It's the same day, same day. You ever find yourself getting up at the same time every day? Going through the same motions? Going through whatever you do, getting up, feeding the dogs, cats, getting your breakfast, having a shower, getting ready for work. And you can almost time yourself. You can look at the clock. You don't even have to look at the clock. You can know when I am putting on my socks or my stockings or putting on my shoes. I know what time it is because I do the same thing every day. It gets a little bit, like we said, monotonous maybe. It gets a little bit standardized. We wonder, why are we doing the same thing every day? And yet, we're doing the same thing, and we're staying in the same place, and we're not moving ahead. Our lifestyle's not changing. Our status isn't changing. Our security's not changing. Health sure isn't changing. Family time not changing. Money's not changing. What happens? It hadn't changed. We came up with all these great ideas. Nothing changes. Remember what we talked about? We're doing the same thing every day. Every day we're doing the same thing. And we crave a little something new, and we may try it for a minute or two. Yet we'll come back and we'll start doing the same thing over and over and over. Well, there was a guy named Albert Einstein. Maybe you've heard of him. He was, I believe this is a quote from him. Pretty sure it is. Albert Einstein. The quote, I'm paraphrasing it. You do the same thing over and over and over, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, yet expecting a different result. Expecting a different result. If you do the same thing and you expect a different result, wait a minute. Have you just figured it out? Maybe you should do something a little different. Now, I don't mean upset everything. Just do something a little bit different. Walk around the block. The other way, the opposite way. Drive to work, or drive to the grocery store, or drive to pick up the kids, or take the kids. Drive on a different street. Drive it a little different way. You'll find yourself looking a little more because it's new to you. You'll find yourself a little more interested in what's going on. But you're not doing the same thing, and you're not getting the same result because you've done something different. Now, if you get a better result, maybe you should continue on with that different pattern. But if your result is worse, if you're late to school, or if you have something happens, there are more potholes or speed bumps, or you're not happy with where you're walking, try something else. You don't have to go back to your same pattern, but see if another, we'll call it an experiment, if another thing helps you get a different result that you like better. And if you don't like it better, go back to your original method of doing whatever you're doing, driving to school, driving to work, driving to the grocery store, driving to, wherever you're going. Go back. It doesn't mean because you tried it once, you can't go back to what you were doing. But if you do the same thing day after day and don't try anything different, you're going to get the same result. Now, if you're happy with that result, continue doing it. If you're not happy with it, if you're a little bit bored, if you're a little bit tired of the result that you're getting, do it differently. See what happens. See if things don't brighten up for you. Now, yes, if it doesn't work, you tried it once. You go back to the drawing board and you try something a little different. It's the progressive changing to make you into the most efficient, the most well-oiled machine, and the happiest person on earth for you. Now, you notice I said the happiest person on earth for you because only you know what makes you happy. Only you know. Nobody else can judge it. They'll say, you should be happy doing this. Well, you're not. So you just say, I'm not happy doing it. So what do? If you're not happy doing it and you don't have to do it, stop doing it. Now, if you have to do it and just either get through it or put a smile on your face and say, man, I'm glad I'm doing this. Now you say, why would I tell myself I'm glad I'm doing this? Because you talking to yourself hears that, your brain hears that and says, the first time he says, that guy's crazy. He's not happy. He's just saying he's happy. Second time he says, well, he says he's happy, but I don't believe him. And then the third time or fourth time or 15th time says, well, maybe I can believe him. Maybe I can trust him. He keeps on saying it. And just be happy doing it. He keeps on saying it, and then finally he said, well, he keeps saying this. I guess we're happy. And you're taking orders from yourself. That's what we're talking about. So you can be happy doing it even though you don't like it in the beginning. You will begin to like it. Whatever it is you're doing, you'll begin to like it. Now, you can always change. That's under your purview. You can always change something about your day if you want to just have a little variety. They have the whole thing, variety is the spice of life. Well, have a little variety in your life. Do something a little bit different. If you have a soft drink every day, change the brand that you have. Just one time. Try it. I never knew this. I wish I had tried this years ago. Or if you have dinner in a certain place, or if you have a certain way of sitting around the table, move it. Change it around. A whole dynamic will change. Your life will change. It'll be fun for you because it'll be a little bit of the unexpected, but it'll be in safe territory. I'm not saying go out and do anything dangerous. Don't go jumping off a building, seeing if you can fly. No, do something just a little bit different that you know is safe. Don't take any chances of hurting yourself or someone else or driving on the wrong side of the road. Don't take those kind of chances. We're talking about just minor little things that will become the big differences. Little things make big differences in your life, your family life, your health, and your money. I'm Dr. George Flynn. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.